All right, man. Let's get to this Lions. Detroit Lions hosting the Philadelphia Eagles at Ford Field tomorrow. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So check out Detroit Lions prediction playlist or Detroit Lions talk playlist. It'll be in both playlists. So last year the Eagles did the funky Watusi on us at Ford Field, I believe it was. Sunday is 9/11, very important and sensitive day throughout America. I'll never forget, I was in business class in middle school when that happened. So, you'll see some playing tributes to 9/11, which was a horrible day, man. I'll never forget it. Uh, but we played them last year, and it's just a bad matchup for the Lions. It's kind of one of the worst matchups they can hope for. Um, Overall, we just don't match up well with them. Um, when you're talking about just how they stretch the field, east and west, and north and south, we haven't done well versus mobile quarterbacks. Just in the preseason, Desmond Ritter get on them. Aaron Glenn tried to contain. He tried to go blitz and get the quarterback. To me, especially under Matt Patricia, the Lions just don't have enough athletes in the front seven to tame a mobile quarterback. Historically they've struggled to do so. And obviously, when you have trouble with mobile quarterbacks and you can't keep them contained or get to them, you just blitz and go get them. But the bad side about blitzing and going to get quarterbacks like that, if they just break free and get a little bit of freedom and toss the ball up, it's like it's 1-on-1. So to me, it's one of the worst matchups on their schedule. Jalen Hurts, I believe, got a healthy Miles Sanders. They added AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They now got rid of Zach Ertz. And choosing to go with Dallas Goedert. All right, so it's just a very very tough matchup for us, and I don't like it. They too fast. They too athletic. Um, and obviously the key to the game is making Jalen Hurts beat you with his arm. That's the key. You have to make Jalen Hurts those timing pattern routes. You have to make him say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit the back foot, be on time and accurate with the football. If you let him improvise, run the ball, get on the edge and toss the ball, you gonna be in a lot of trouble. Trust me. So I mean, they number one goal here. They don't have a depth chart up. Their number one goal here is to make Jalen Hurts beat you with his arm. Make him be on time with some of them routes. And if he break contain and get on the edge, well, that's all ain't too much else you can do about that, to be honest. Because the Lions, DBs can't cover forever. And then you talk about the matchups with the linebackers and on the receivers, the linebackers on the tight end. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get ate up there. And if they're gonna win this game, they're gonna be in a full shutout. They defense is just not. And last year they did a pretty solid. Pretty solid job defensively. Just to say they scored 44 points, but the offense has to move the football. Last year they held on as long as they could, and they just was on the field way too long last year. They was on the field way too long. They was on the field way too long in that game last year when you look at it. Way too long. You got to understand they held them to 17 points in the first half. Coming out of halftime, they scored 21 points. So the third quarter was the turning point, but they too fast. So when they get the ball out in the space, you got to make the sure tackle. You can't let them get yacked. You can't let them, get the big plays down the field. But if you're gonna let Jalen Hurts beat you, you got to keep him, you got to keep him in that pocket. If he beat you from the pocket, he beat you from the pocket. But they have to wrap up and tackle in this game too. Run defense got to be good. Oz got to be disciplined. Contain got to be disciplined. But they get the Eagles a 62.3% chance to win the game, us a 37.2% chance to win the game. Well, Miles Sanders is questionable, so we'll see. Hightower went to injured reserve. Jason Cornell thought he was cut. Eric Banks, Jason Cornell, Kevin Jarvis, C.J. Moore questionable. I don't even think some of them even with us. So they favor the Eagles by 4 points. According to I don't know what site they lose, and over and under is 48 points. So if they can get over 25 points apiece, you can beat the over and under. The money line is negative 205 for the Eagles. You got to bet $205 to win 100. If you think the line's going to win 100, bring you 170. So just looking at their roster, it was 9-8 last year. They made significant improvements. So they team site don't have a true depth chart yet. So this is just what ESPN got. But so you're looking at what they got, and last year they didn't have Miles Sanders, and they still did pretty well on the ground. Hurts ran for 71. Boston Scott ran for 60. Jordan Howard, former Bear, ran for 57. K. Gainwell went for 27. Jalen Rieger, he gone. Receiver went for 21. So stopping the run is going to be big in this offense and making them one-dimensional and throw the ball. This year they're a lot different. They bring in A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans. Devontae Smith come back. Heisman Trophy winner Dallas Goedert, they new starting tight end. I think he might have been starting last year. I think what's the old boy name? Zach Ertz was already gone. Yeah, he was by the end, I think. 4-3 defense, Brandon Graham, Detroit native. Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, and Josh Sweat is the defensive line. I don't know what happened to Derek Barnett. He was pretty good coming out of Tennessee for a while. So I don't know. This ain't official. So Jordan Davis being with the second team, I don't imagine that to be true. He'd be in there starting. They brought in Hassan Reddick from the I think he played with the Cardinals. So Darius Slay, former Lion. They traded for Charlie Gardner-Johnson. I loved him coming out of the draft. Out of Florida, we didn't get him though. And then also they add James Bradbury. He spun the Lions to go to the Giants. Didn't work out there. So I mean, obviously, if I'm gonna break this down for y'all in the best way I can, I like to get both perspectives. So let's talk about the Eagles real quick. I'm gonna just go all in on the Eagles. What they need to do to win this football game is just get they playmakers in space, and get the ball out and make the Lions tackle in space. That's what I say they need to do. Move the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Establish the run. Get their playmakers the ball in space. Then play action and go down the field. All right. Adams on Smith and Brown quick screens. Miles Sanders quick screens. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Then play action and then try to take your shots down the field. But I think if they can get they playmakers the ball in space, and get Jalen Hurts into a rhythm, that should be interesting. But the big thing about Jalen Hurts, he can't throw the football. Once you make Jalen Hurts, you keep him in the pocket, you make him make on time, accurate plays. He can't be accurate. So for them, that's a huge issue. So, but yeah, running the ball, establishing the run, play action, and getting your playmakers the ball in space defensively for them. Obviously make Jared Goff beat you is pretty much the same thing. Goff is a more accurate and timely passer than Jared Goff. We don't have the legs, so what you want to do is put pressure on Jared Goff to do that little thing where he turn his back. You want to take away the Lions' run game, make him one-dimensional, make Jared Goff beat you with his arm, and just apply pressure. And that's just what it is from that standpoint of view. Now, if you're talking for the Detroit Lions, when you look at us, from an offensive standpoint, you want to establish the run versus this big physical defensive line. You want to establish the run, and you just want to play off the run. You want to get Swift the ball in space. You know what I'm saying? You want to soften them up with Williams and Craig Reynolds. But what I really like a matchup here is TJ Hawkinson. You know, I really like that matchup. Ahmad Ross St. Brown, Hawkinson, eating up the middle of the field, moving the chains along with DeAndre Swift running the ball and catching the ball in the flats and in the backfield. So that's what I really love. That's what I really love about the Lions. Um, they do a great job of they done a great job of really shoring up the inside with Hawkinson and Amon Ross St. Brown. And I think they should be who they go to. And you know, DeAndre Swift in the swing in the flats and him in the screen game. That's what I think they should really be focusing on is run the ball and exploiting and exploiting the matchups they got with Amon Ra and they got with TJ Hawkinson. I think that should be the number one thing: run the ball and exploit Hawkinson and Amon Ra over the middle, bunch them up. You know, where they get free releases, and then when they start paying attention to them, then go down the field and take your shots. That's what I would definitely say. The game plan should be if they can establish the run versus big physical Philly front seven, and then everything else would be elementary. But if I'm also them, I would like to eat up the clock. You know, if I'm the Lions, I would love to eat up the clock and keep Jalen Hurts in that offense off the field. I think that's something else that's very important. I think they should really establish, really try to play ball control and really grind the clock out. Now, um, defensively for them, you want to contain the run. Everything starts and begins with um, the run game for the Philadelphia Eagles. If you can stop the run and you can keep uh, Jalen Hurts in the pocket and make you beat you from the pocket, then if he beats you from the pocket, just shake his hand. But you want to stop that run. You want to make them one dimensional. You want to make them drop back and pass the football. That's exactly what you really want to do. You want them to drop back and beat you, beat him with your arm. So you want to eliminate the big plays. You want Jalen Hurts to be able to hit that back foot and try to throw the ball on time underneath intermediate. And if he does do that, then you want to wrap up and make the tackle. You know, that's critical. They do catch the ball, wrap up. Don't worry about the big hits. Let's form tackle, wrap up. Let's get to the next play. Don't let them let Terry turn a 5-yard hitch to a 90-yard touchdown or 60-yard touchdown or 50-yard play. They need to wrap up. They need to wrap up fast, quick, and in a hurry. So you want to contain Jalen Hurts too. You don't want to get upfield. You want to play your lanes the correct way. You want to be disciplined. You want to keep contained. You want to keep him, honest. So, other than that, eliminate the big play, wrap up, stop the run first and foremost, keep him in the pocket, keep contained, eliminate the big play. He goes short, you wrap up and form tackle. So that's pretty much it. It's not a real complex game. We played them last season. They a little bit different. We a little bit different. But I still got Philadelphia winning this game. I got them winning. It won't be like last year. I think I got them winning like 37. I would say 40. They put up 40 points and we put up 28 points. I think, the Lions kind of do what they do, look, and be competitive for a minute. Philadelphia have a burst. We come back, make it look semi-competitive. So I think about 28-40. I just think mobile quarterbacks have hunted us for many, many years. Bad matchup. They don't have enough athletes in the front seven. They're not healthy enough in the front seven. And Jalen Hurts is probably going to be 200 yards through the air, another 100 yards on the ground. And I just don't – I think the defense is going to regress this year. They just don't have the health and the talent up front to do anything about it, or the depth up front. The linebackers are bad. Goddard should have a good game. Um, and then Jeff Okuda still out there. Bad matchup for him. It's either going to be Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. So don't like the linebackers on Goddard. Don't like the linebackers and safeties on Miles Sanders. Don't like the front seven versus Jalen Hurts. So I think the offense will be able to move the ball a lot better this year against Philadelphia. But I just think it's a bad matchup. You got to guard them sideline to sideline, goalpost to goalpost, and anywhere else in between that. They just too athletic. They too fast, and the Lions just don't have enough athletes in the front seven to compete. So it's my opinion. I like the Eagles 40, Lions 28. Check out the Lions prediction playlist, Detroit Lions talk playlist for more videos like this. I'll hit my link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Want to donate? All that's inside the link tree. Cash App is $ CJ Good 313. Roll at the bottom screen. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.